Hello everybody and welcome to part 7 of Let's Play Shovel Knight Treasure Trove. Today I'm going to do level Lost City Lair of Mole Knight, so let's start. Right in the beginning we have a new enemy. Fire blobs are red blobs on fire, posses 2 hit points, and deal 2 damage points. They are either found already in a flaming state, or are created when lava spills onto a regular blob, igniting it. This variation cannot be defeated by a shovel drop or a dash slash, which damage instead Shovel Knight. Upon defeat, they drop a green gem and a blue one worth 2 gold. They will turn into a regular blob. And again I can't collect this. Be careful in this room, one mistake and you will die. Don't forget how dirt block act when you attack them with a shovel. And new enemy. Hopicles are minor enemies resembling centurions, found in the Lost City. Their color palette is either red or blue depending on which stage they appear. They posses 1 hit point and deal half a damage point. Regular hopicles run back and forth while holding a shield in front of them. Their shields make them invulnerable from the front and top, but they can be killed from behind. They are also vulnerable to lava, but sometimes jump over it completely if the pit is small enough. 2 piles of treasure, if you want it. I have a lot of gold already, but why not? There's no problem to have a lot of gold. Over 17,000 gold, but I don't have place to spend them yet. This is Big Bottas. Big Bottas are enemies found in the Lost City. Although they are considered enemies, they do not damage Shovel Knight directly and cannot be damaged themselves. Shovel Knight can walk on a Big Bottas flat horn, and touching its gelatinous back will cause Shovel Knight to bounce. These 2 mechanics are employed for platforming challenges in the Lost City stage. There's a cool speedrun trick with that bird, but it's really hard and setup is hard to explain because I'm not a speedrunner. But in speedrun they don't use Bottas at all. But if you don't speedrun this game, why would you free this enemy? And there's treasure chest full of gold. Mole minions are a major enemy found in the Lost City. They are unusually fragile for a major enemy with only 4 hit points. Mole minions have 2 attacks. The first functions similarly to the ranged attack of the Griffith, except that it has 2 streams of fireballs that interweave. The other is to have a blade emerge from their weapon followed by a forward thrust. Since they are positioned beneath ceilings, this attack renders them vulnerable to the shovel drop. I think we have 3 new enemies in this room. Moles appear in various stages when digging up specific dig piles. When uncovered, they skitter back and forth and will damage the protagonist nearby. They posses only 1 hit point and deal half a damage point. They do not drop any treasures when defeated, except the occasional jar. Funny trivia: Mole's model in the game's files is named Troll Mole. Charflounders are minor enemies that jump out of pits, usually lava pits, when the protagonist is close. Shovel dropping on their armored heads will allow Shovel Knight to bounce across pits. The only way to damage them is attacking from the side. If I use his fishing rod in certain lava pools, a Charflounder will come out and flop on the ground. This is red gold armor. When thrusting, red gold armors follow up with an immediate second thrust. Their attack is also faster than that of the other varieties. Don't destroy all blocks here. You can destroy first 2, but not the last. Jump up there. And we have full flame fish room. The idea is to use shovel drop on the fish to get to the other side. They don't stay out of lava for long, so take your time if you aren't sure when to jump. Here comes the best part: you need to chain 3 or 4 fishes to get across. Music sheet number 1 is here. Now the worst part is to do same thing again. I almost missed that jump. Now you can destroy this block so you don't need them anymore. There is some food under it. Attack this and run like crazy. If you stay for too long you will drop in lava and die. It's the same deal here, but this time don't touch the first one, or better yet don't use shovel drop at all. And if you use shovel drop, have to attack enemies, be sure to attack them and not blocks. On the left is a secret. It's your boy Chester selling me what today. Dust Knuckles. Dash through dirt and foes alike. Only 3000 gold. The Dust Knuckles are a relic that allows Shovel Knight to punch through dirt blocks and enemies in quick succession. The Dust Knuckles can be purchased from Chester in Mole Knight's stage for 3000 gold, or in the village for 3500 gold, if it was not purchased before completion of the stage. The Dust Knuckles are the subject of the Knuckle Down feat, which is earned by hanging in the air for more than 4 seconds using the Dust Knuckles. Did you see how easy getting that feat was? It's one of the easier feats to get, since you get it as soon as you get Dust Knuckles. One more treasure pile and chest. Goo is a game mechanic in Shovel Knight found primarily in the Lost City, appearing as orbs of neon green jelly that drip from the ceiling. Goo blobs will change any lava it touches to be temporarily harmless and bouncy. Goo blobs can be knocked around by hitting from a side, but will burst if shovel dropped. If a flaming blob touches a goo blob, it will turn back into a normal blob. One can also bounce off a goo blob, which will also break the blob for good, and another will spawn. The bulbous sack on the backs of Big Bottas appears to be made of, or full of goo, as it shares the same color and bouncy properties. You need to attack Goo Orb on that platform. Then you can use Shovel Drop on the goo to jump over pole thing or let the orb drop in lava, so you can bounce on that platform. So close to drop in lava. Drop the goo here, then attack next one, so you can cover other part with goo. To get that gold there you need to drop goo, then when lava is covered use another goo orb, then jump on it to get up there. Just like that. Up there is a secret, so don't jump down yet. This room is so much easier than first music sheet room. Just drop this goo orb and jump to the moving platform. And music sheet is mine. So let's do the same thing on the way back. Now you can jump down. This room is so mean. If you don't know how to cancel shovel drop you will die like 100 times. You don't need to fight this red dude at all. You can jump over, let him drown in lava. I don't know what's the point of this room. I mean, there's some treasure and food, but I have a lot of gold and HP, so I don't need it. Left secret. Equip Dust Knuckles here and just spam relic button until you get to the chest. Just like that. And when you collect treasure do the same thing back. Just spam relic button. Just like that. Step on Bottas and get your checkpoint. You wanna know something funny? When I first played this game I thought that Bottas activate on timer and not as soon as you touch them. So I was sitting here for a solid 20 minutes waiting for it to move. I think you can do some fancy jump off that blue enemy. Enemy gets in position, so you can shovel drop on it to get across. But I don't want to risk it, so I will wait, so I can jump on goo. I think this is the final checkpoint, and you know what that means. It's boss time. There's some food there if you need it, and let's go. Mole Knight is a very high mobility boss. It is difficult to do much damage to him in one go. When the fight begins, he will shoot out of the walls at high speed in an attempt to ram into you. The best thing to do in this phase is to charge up your shovel and attack him with it when he comes towards you, as this will negate his attack and damage him at the same time. After shooting out of the walls a few times, Mole Knight will land on his belly and slide across the ground, with his armor shooting out sparks from grinding against the ground. After this, he will dig up blocks to launch at you. The stacks of blocks he sends at you get progressively bigger the lower his health is. If you manage to get on top of him and shovel drop onto him, you can rack up a lot of damage on Mole Knight as he is stationary during this attack. After doing some damage to him, he will burrow underground and hide under one of 4 dirt piles. It is easy to find which one Mole Knight is under, as his visor will be peeking out. Digging this pile up stuns him for a short time, but watch out as a mole enemy is hiding under another pile and will damage you. After he emerges from the ground, he will call down magma to cover him, and he launches balls of magma which loosely track your movement, while drops of magma fall from the ceiling. He is invincible while this attack goes on, so stay away from him and try to dodge the balls of magma. You can, however, hit some of the balls of magma back at him for a little bit of damage. The flashing magma balls do extra damage. When this attack ends, Mole Knight will stomp the ground to make some dirt blocks fall from the ceiling, and then he'll repeat the entire cycle. Red chest in the end of quadrant is always a meal ticket. Long time since I saw one. New quadrant is open. 3 new stages are unlocked. Let's do the gold collecting stage, but I will speed this up because nothing interesting is happening here. Since I have dust knuckles I can do this stage, so let's do it. The Knuckler's Quarry is the second relic course that the player can reach. In order to clear it, the player must have acquired the dust knuckles as its name implies. Let's speed this part as well. Before I end the part 7, let's give Bard his music sheets and Gastronomer his meal ticket. Let's give meal ticket first. And now I have 8 HP. Now let's give Bard his music sheets. 3 music sheets, 2 from Lost City called An Underlying Problem and the Claws of Fate, and 1 from Knuckler's Quarry called The Stolet Wilds. And I'm going to end part here. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you in next one.